Hey lovelings, it's me, Allison Gray, bearing good news for you, and the good news is this. Your manifestation is already yours, and I know this for a fact. Here's how I know. There are 3 signs that basically guarantee that you've made the inner shift necessary in order to then ripple out into 3D, into physical reality. Because remember, when you have it in here, you really have it. The 3D is just an after image or a delayed echo of what's going on in your inner world. So you know you actually guaranteed have your manifestation once your inner world has changed. So how do you know that your inner world has changed? One sign is that you start seeing videos like this one. Videos that tell you that your manifestation is yours. Your algorithm will change as your inner world changes. So the interesting thing about how algorithms are set up on social media is they calculate exactly how long you spend watching something. They calculate what you're interested in based on what you are compelled to comment on, even if it's a negative comment. The point is, the algorithm is a fairly neutral observer and calculator of what you give your energy to, whether it's positive or negative energy. And a lot of this is happening subconsciously. You might think that you hate seeing a certain type of content, but then when you keep seeing more and more of it, it's because you keep watching it longer than you want to. You are doing this subconsciously. And as you genuinely impress new ideas, the new story, onto your subconscious, you will automatically begin finding different kinds of content interesting, staring a little bit longer at different kinds of reels, different kinds of Instagram posts, different kinds of Twitter posts, engaging with content that lines up with the new story, your desired reality. And this is a subtle shift. A lot of us don't even realize what we really spend our time looking at, but the algorithm knows. They don't call it a black mirror for nothing. It is mirroring back to you what's going on in your subconscious world, your existing story. So once you've successfully actually changed your story on the inside, you will naturally, without having to put an effort to it, find new things interesting. You will naturally start spending more time looking at certain kinds of content. You'll want to engage with the new story more, and the old content, the old story will just not interest you as much. So you'll start noticing your feed offering you more encouraging content. So let's say that you're manifesting a specific person. If you haven't actually yet impressed upon your subconscious that you are already with them, you will see a lot of content full of doubt. Like you'll see on YouTube, here's why you haven't manifested your SP yet. Here's why you're failing at manifesting. And everything is your inner conversation made externalized. There really are no secrets you can keep from God. God is aware of every thought, every belief that's going on in here, and everything around you is just reflecting it back to you. So then once you've actually shifted to feeling like you're with your SP, having a new self-concept, a new identity, a good self-esteem set in place, you'll just start seeing more YouTube videos like, congrats, you're with your SP, or something like that. And that is because you have done the inner work. You have made the change necessary within yourself to start making that content appear in front of you. So just the very fact that you're watching this video is a very good sign. You're on the right path. Your manifestation is yours. I can taste it. I can feel it. I can touch it. It's yours. The second sign that you're getting your manifestation is you start automatically thinking like the new version of you. So, hi Jupity. Want to see my cat? Jupity! Look, she's a cutie. So I'll give you the example of like learning a new language. When you're learning a new language, there's a phase where you're just a total beginner. It's all new to you, and it takes effort to replace your natural language with your new second language. I had quite a journey in high school of trying to learn Spanish. It took me like 6 years. Like I had to continue in college because it didn't quite take shape in my subconscious. Speaking Spanish to me was this experience of like translating everything, and it was this long process where I'd have a thought in English, I would want to say it in Spanish, so I'd have to take every word and translate it to Spanish and then rearrange the words because of the grammar of Spanish being different from English, and it was like a complicated mechanistic process. It didn't come naturally or easily. I wasn't in the flow about it, right? But then one day, after all this time trying so hard to learn Spanish, one day I was sitting outside a grocery store thinking about what I needed to buy, and I started thinking about my grocery list in Spanish. It just happened spontaneously. The same thought I would have had of what I need to get in English happened in Spanish instead, with no effort on my part. And that is the state you want to be in when you're manifesting, where you've done enough affirmations, you've done whatever it takes to get your subconscious impressed with the new story. So you've planted the seed, it has taken root, and now it is starting to grow into the light of consciousness. It is established. It is done. So the same way, you want to get to a place with your manifestation where your new self-concept becomes an automatic way of thinking for you. So let's say you're manifesting wealth. You might have gone through a phase where at first you were affirming and it felt mechanical and it felt unnatural, like, I have $1 million in my bank account, I have $1 million in my bank account, but then one day you'll notice you're automatically starting to think like a rich person. You're automatically starting to notice opportunities to make money. You're naturally losing the fear of not having money. You're losing the fear of scarcity. It's just gone. You don't know where it went. Right? So your mind has been renewed. You have been reborn. You have been regenerated. And that is the sign. The new way of thinking has become automatic to you. And the third sign that your manifestation is definitely, for sure, absolutely yours is that the 3D doesn't faze you anymore. Things that would have triggered you in the past don't trigger you anymore. Like, again, on the wealth thing, let's say you've been struggling with scarcity, struggling with poverty, and you've been doing a lot of work on your inner world, your new self-concept. I am wealthy. I am wealth, in fact. Now, when you go to the store and something happens, like your card declines, or let's say the chip reader doesn't work, right? The old you would have reacted like, oh no, do I not have enough money in my bank account? Oh no, what's going on? Like, this is so embarrassing. Everyone knows that I don't have money. The new you gets your card declined and assumes first the card reader must be broken. I for sure have money in my account. Because you now automatically think like the new version of you, the circumstances don't matter. Because you recognize now that the 3D is just the past. It's over. What you're seeing around you is not the present, it is actually the past. It is a delayed reflection of the state of your inner world that you used to have. And now that you've shifted, it'll start catching up. It might need a little bit of lag time, it's fine, but it doesn't bother you because you have it in here and you know you have it in here. So what's there to be triggered by? Now, all of that said, here's the coolest part about manifestation. You can still manifest even if you don't believe. You can still manifest even if you haven't really changed your inner world. So a mistake a lot of manifestors make is thinking that they have to be perfect before they can get what they want, and you don't. You don't. That's the beauty of grace. That's the beauty of free energy. You don't have to be deserving. We're all sinners, so to speak. Everyone is forgiven. Everyone can be renewed in Christ. Everyone can be reborn. It is not some special gift only some people have. It is a gift given to all of us, so no one can boast. But I will say, in my experience, even though you can get what you're manifesting without actually having majorly shifted in your inner world, it tends to be the case in my experience that unless the shift internally has been sustained and persisted in for a period of time, the thing you manifest in the outer world won't last very long. So you'll see this a lot in people who can manifest money but then they lose it immediately, or manifest a romantic partner but then their relationship turns volatile. You can get what you're asking for. You can get what you're visualizing and affirming for, but will it stay, or will you actually be able to enjoy it? Depends on whether you've really renewed yourself internally. So that's my way of trying to encourage you, but also keep it real with you. Like, yes, you can have what you're asking for, even if you're not perfect internally, but expect to continue doing the work and expect to keep having fun with it. It's not like you have one chance to manifest it and then that's it. So you better get it right now and you better be perfect now. No, it'll start coming and you'll keep doing the work to keep receiving it more. You'll keep opening your inner space to receive it more and more. You will keep standing firm in the knowledge that you have endless chances to try again and again. There's no such thing as too far gone. There's no such thing as lost forever. You can always try again. So if there's some manifestation you've started to give up on or something you've started to waver about, just let this be your sign that it's yours. So why go back and forth about it? It's already yours. What's there to go back and forth about? Just have it. Just accept it. Just receive it. So thank you for watching. Again, I'm Allison Gray. I have decided to revive this channel with manifestation stuff, paranormal storytime stuff, other esoteric, mystic, metaphysical content. So if you're into that, please subscribe. Thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you next time.